Hello there. This is Kawaii Monstrosity. Back after a long hiatus. What was it? The last video was covering my old neutral haven, I believe, which was quite a while ago. That was that during TOG? The expansion before Wonderland Dreams. I don't even remember if it was that far back or if it was even earlier. Huh. Might have been during Rage. But yeah, it's been a long time. I actually quit playing after, you know, the whole issue with the balancing with the Shadow. You know, just with the Iktar and the Reaper. Yeah, just I wasn't fond of that meta, so I actually sat out the entirety of Wonderland Dreams, which I heard was even worse. So, you know, I guess it was a good thing I dropped out when I did, because I don't think I would have enjoyed that. But I started back up recently, and just been messing around with a bunch of different decks. Still, mainly, I play Haven and Rune. But my collection is large enough to where I can pretty much play anything I want, outside of a few, like, fringe memes. But, my favorite deck, for a while, currently, is a dirt deck. Just an old Control Dirt. It's heavy end. Later end is basically a homage to, how things used to be, because no one uses Satan anymore, because everything is way too fast. D-Shift ain't got the time for that shit. But, yeah, I'm just running whatever I feel like. Mostly underused cards, or, you know, cards that deserve to be underused. Because Stella is a complete and utter garbage card, but hey, this one's animated. I have to run it. I have to. I'm obligated to run this Stella, so I do. And I even sacrificed a fucking levy to do that. This is what I've been having the most fun with. It has Prince of Darkness to end the game. Only needs one copy because, well, you're going to be sitting there for a long time anyways. It's very unlikely that you're not going to draw into your Prince of Darkness before you even have to win. You can't really win without Prince of Darkness. Not really. Sometimes you end up with these odd hands that you're like playing against your opponent. Your opponent's like, what is this dude with the fucking burn rune? 1,000,000 damage to my face. You're like, you're sitting there like, oh, I'm not burn rune, but, you know, I'll take this. I'll take this. This is okay. I'm in an okay place. I'll take that win. So, yeah, occasionally you'll end the game as if you were burn rune, with some, like, weird tech cards of Illusionist, which is probably my favorite card in the deck, by the way. So you have your Satan late game. Satan's how you usually win the game. You have Olivia. She doesn't really have much of a place in here, but, you know, Olivia used to be running these kinds of decks, so she pairs well with Satan, too. She's a nice little surprise that'll kind of get you wins. You know, this deck's so greedy that any control deck you come across, you will most likely win against. Especially if it's like a shadow control deck, and you just petrify everything that they have. And if they swarm the board, you're just calamitous, and then they just concede at that point. I've had a lot of games to go that way. Timeless Witch is actually filling in a slot that I am currently experimenting with. Originally, it was 2 professors. I found that to be kind of a bit too slow for the meta. I needed something earlier on, so then I switched to Remy and Rami, which are also okay, but, you know, just running them alongside Halo Golem just doesn't feel right. I'm making constant changes to this deck. I did have 3 Levi, but then I pulled this animated Stella, and, you know, the deck's already garbage. I'm not here to try and convince people that this deck is good, because it most certainly is not good, and Stella cannot make this deck any worse than it already is, because, let me tell you, it's pretty bad. But Timeless Witch is my current fill-in, and I'm having some, I used to use her in my slower dirt decks, instead of like Halo Golem. When Halo Golem was around, I would use Timeless Witch instead of Halo Golem. And, she worked out pretty well, surprisingly well. She wins games against aggro. Kind of like the art. I know it looks weird, but, I like the look of it. It kind of looks a bit unsettling. It's kind of, I dig that. But, I kind of have hopes for her, because I've had good experience with her in the past. And she actually combos with Illusionist very well. If you notice when you play Illusionist, the fact that the minion that gets summoned back just sticks around to the beginning of your next turn, that's a huge deal. Because if you grab a ward, like a golem or something, 3/3 ward golem, they have to kill that golem before they can hit your face. So it's like a 4/4 with an ice golem, that one card that summons a 5/5 with ward for 1 turn attached to it. And if you have Timeless Witch get summoned by this, that's a big deal. That's a whole turn of deal with my Timeless Witch, or you're not dealing any damage to my face this turn. And that can be a pretty big deal against aggro. So just the idea that Illusionist has a chance to bring out Timeless Witch. Timeless Witch can clear something, and then Timeless Witch just sits around waiting till your next turn, protecting your face. Or they trade into Timeless Witch, they lose resources that they didn't otherwise have to lose, and then you're just a happy boy. Just a happy boy. You probably win it from there. Or not. I don't know. This deck's pretty garbage. I'm also debating on whether or not Gingerbread House is really worth it. It's kind of, with these dirt decks, especially the less greedy ones, I mean, greedy as in they don't eat up a bunch of dirt. I don't have many dirt eaters in this deck. It's kind of hard to justify like Gingerbread House and something. I might want to take out a Gingerbread House and say put in another Starseer's Telescope, or I might want to like take them both out and put in 2 Witch's Cauldron. That's also something I could consider. Just something that you should keep in mind if you want to try and build this. The entire reason I'm not running Witch's Cauldron in the first place is because I'm running Concentration, and I find that Witch's Cauldron kind of keeps your hand a bit too full, so your concentrations often burn like 1 card, which isn't a very good thing to do in a control match. You want to keep those resources, you want those resources, and just the chance of burning the 1 card that wins you the game. Not too fond of that. Carl works wonders. He's kind of auto-include nowadays in dirt decks. Dwarf Alchemist, same thing there. Levi, he's fine at 2. I'd run him at 3 if I didn't want to meme around with the Stella. Halo Golem is great. Comes across as a better Remy Rami, even though with Remy Rami you have a chance of actually getting the Guardian Golem with Illusionist, which is pretty good, but then that's like an equivalent of getting Time Witch. In fact, Timeless Witch is a better pull than a Guardian Golem, so no, there was no reason to actually run Remy Rami, unless I would probably run Remy Rami if my late end was a PTP. If I was running a PTP deck, I'd probably include 2 copies of Remy Rami. I think that would be a better choice than Timeless, because Remy Rami in most cases is going to be 2 shadows, because it has 2 separate bodies. But in this case, I believe Timeless Witch is the best choice here. But then again, you can take out Timeless Witch and do what I used to do, which was running 2 Professors, because Professors are also very good pulls with an Illusionist. It's like you're running multiple Professors, and it's really good for dealing with like Dragon decks that are extra greedy and will have many targets for Professor. But then you have the issue of where you have to play Illusionist after Professor, and you know, Professor is a 6-drop, whereas Illusionist is a 5-drop. And then there's also the issues where you might pull Levi instead, or you might pull Olivia later in the game after you play her. That is a large downside to running Olivia too, because if you play Illusionist, and you will always pull Olivia after you have played Olivia and she has died. So you have to always be mindful of what is in your graveyard, I guess. What has been previously destroyed, because that will heavily influence your success with Illusionist. Now we're going to take this into Unranked. I have not played Unranked for a very long time. I find it to be stressful, and I don't think that real rewards for it are worth it. But whatever. You see the same memes in Unranked. And Unranked, there's just so much D-shift that this deck is unplayable. I do not advise ever playing this deck Unranked because of all of D-shift alone. That deters you from any memery, because all meme decks tend to be very slow, and D-shift preys on the slow. Alright, so this is Dragon. We might lose this. It's kind of a hard matchup, even though we have good removal. This Petrify doesn't really do anything for us. We're gonna keep Carl, because we're going first, and we tend to mulligan into heavy-ended cards, so a 3-drop is generally worth keeping. Okay, we got Scrap Iron, we can play that. Nothing to do, so as we pass. Okay, it's good they haven't ramped yet. You're running a bit slow, so we can just Carl here. Oh, we got Stella. They have an evolve next turn, so Stella actually isn't that great. You might want a concentration here instead of Stella. We don't really care if they're at 5 mana. It doesn't really give them much more. So we go ahead and kill that. We're a control deck anyways. Why don't we play Stella? Sure, whatever. Oh, Star Phoenix is a great pull. That's a dead Stella. Okay, they're playing pretty slow. Here. This should be funny. Star Phoenix would be nice, though. You set that up, you can do some work. Illusionist is better off left for trades, so we'll just Star Phoenix. Attack in with that. They haven't blown any evolves yet, so we'll just play the long game. Conserve our evolves. We have Olivia, but there's still 3 turns that we have to evolve. So we'll probably blow all of our evolve points by then. That's a dead Carl. Alright, this has been a pretty dead turn for them. So that gives us a lot of space to work with, and I think we're just going to concentration here. Now, there's petrification. Petrifying their draw source would actually be pretty cool. Might do that. Might just play Gingerbread House to get out another dirt rune. Dirt sigil, I mean. Sure, we'll do that. We haven't evolved to blow, so we'll just use it. Okay, so next turn we have Levi. If he trades into this, and we Levi, and that'll take care of him. We can just Levi and play Scrap Iron. What we use. I actually think I'll keep that. I already have a Dirt Sigil in play, and it's fairly likely that he's gonna play Bahamut here. Okay, they're going face. They're probably OTK. Okay, so we hit that end, and then we Levi. There was no avoiding that. We're just gonna play Scrap Iron. The idea here is to protect our face. There's no way they're not gonna Baha. Yeah. There was no way they weren't gonna Baha there. We can easily deal with that. So we're gonna conserve our dirt for Halo Golem Munis. So we get a 4/4 body out there, and we don't have to use our dirt. I probably just got OTK here. Yep. That's cool. I saw that coming. I really did. We could have played Timeless Witch. Timeless Witch might have been better, because they can't really ignore Timeless Witch. That would have been the better play. Kind of hard to work around combo decks like that, because they already are advantageous against control decks, because they can take their time and win when they want to. He really advertised that he had the combo in him by rushing face like he did. Oh no, this is probably D-shift. We're gonna stick around if this is D-shift. I'm gonna show you exactly why you probably want to auto-concede against D-shift if you're playing this deck against D-shift. I will show you exactly why D-shift is so bullshit against decks like this. Because combo decks are advantageous against control decks by their very nature. But D-shift takes that to the extreme. Okay, so we need to play stuff, because playing stuff is how we win. And you're not going to win by not playing stuff, you just don't want to play 2-drops. Not one at a time, at least. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why they didn't play that last time. What? What rank are? Oh. Well, ranks aren't everything, but we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna play like a burn deck here. We see face, we burn face. Face is our enemy. We kill face. One magic owl. I'm not even sure what he has in his hand. He just like mindlessly blew some of his cards. Okay, so maybe he's Daria. It's likely he's running Daria, but the question is he regular Daria or is he the special Daria? If we play Illusionist, we don't really get anything of importance back. We'll have to use an Evolve to clear that, because we get back Carl. So yeah, that sucks. I think we probably want to save Illusionist, and we'll just use Dwarf Alchemist, Gingerbread House. Evolve Dwarf Alchemist, cycle Gingerbread House, this. We hit face! Now we have a lot of methods to answer Daria, so I'm not too scared of Daria. If he does something like Evolve Daria the turn he plays it, then Calamitous isn't going to really do work. But generally Calamitous is very good against Daria. Interesting play there. Okay. Okay, well, we don't even have to use anything of importance here. Just clear that away, no problem. We'll drop a smelter. Okay. Right. Well, if you wanted a demonstration of how to lose with D-shift, there you go. Now, Ogler and D-shift is a weird choice. Unless you're playing the Daria variant of D-shift. But whether the Daria variant of D-shift is actually worth playing in the first place is questionable. Personally, I wouldn't even play it. for fun in like Unranked, because having a Daria and D-Shift in your hand at the same time and not being able to play D-Shift before you Daria is a very, very unsatisfying thing. Very sad. Definitely not something that I would want to do. But it's just something that'll happen every now and then. Kind of unavoidable if you play that deck. The deck's pretty high rolly. I'm not really fond of high roll strategies, unless they're like a stupid main that you only like win like 1 in 10 games. But that one win is exhilarating enough where it's absolutely worth playing the deck. Those are the best memes. Alright. Well, we definitely send back concentration. We'll probably keep Starseers because sometimes it's the only dirt you have, and we'll keep Stella because she's a 2-drop. Even if she only lasts 1 turn, she'll get you a card. Okay, we have nothing that really needs dirt right now, so we'll keep Starseers. Levi does need dirt. Well, these two both need dirt, but they're so far off into the future that it doesn't even matter. We'll go ahead and play Stella. She's probably gonna die here. Pollux is a pretty good play. Oh, she sticks around. Okay, I dig this. Okay, we're gonna Alchemist. With Essence, keeping Stella around. This is a pretty cool spot we're in. Oh. Okay. I guess Stella's staying around again. We'll go ahead and cycle this. Okay, we got Carl. We'll play Carl and pass, I think. Or you might want a concentration here. No, we'll play Carl and pass. We don't want to trade 2 into this. We have plenty of cards that can handle this. They're gonna evolve probably. They probably have or they're going to evolve. Okay, because having it on. Alright. I see. Wow. Well, we have Pollux, so we can clear a great bit of this. We want to keep Carl around. Go ahead and do this. Pollux for a free evolve here. We gotta evolve Carl. Now keeping that 4 damage on board is a pain in the ass, but we're still in a fair position here. Okay, I think they're setting up for Garuda. Carl gets rid of our heal. We can evolve Levi. Bad Pollux is Swordcraft. We can heal. I think we want to evolve Levi. Or just play this to press damage. Evolve it. We have Garuda. So we'll take 6 damage to face. It's 8. Okay, they don't have Garuda yet. Either that or they're holding it back. I'm probably gonna take 3 to face. Okay. That's certainly a line of play. With concentration. We burn a card, but we heal. And we play Levi. Okay, we have Prince here. We're keeping the cycle. On you. You're going super aggro on first. If they have Garda, we're pretty dead here. This is really our only line of play. You probably have Garda here. Or not. Alright, this is really good news for us. This is really good. We're gonna want to heal because we're in the danger zone here. And we're going to Pollux. Now, this all depends on whether or not they draw Garda. If they draw Garda, they win. If they don't draw Garda, they lose. There you have it. Alright, we'll do one more game. This was a nice example of what you're probably going to experience if you play this deck. It is a very fun deck, and there's a lot of cool things you can do with it. It's probably my favorite at the moment, why, like the entire reason I'm making a video on it. Okay, Forest. Well, we've gotten a pretty nice sample. All we need is a shadow match. We don't really need removal going first. These two are good. We don't need removal going first. And Dwarf Alchemist and Carl basically count as Earth Sigils. So if we took that, we'd like have a handful of Earth Sigils. Okay, so this means that it's probably neutral forest we're playing against. And the matchup against neutral forest really depends on Petrifies versus Beauty and the Beast. If you can draw enough Petrifies to deal with all their Beauty and the Beast, you pretty much win the game. Depending on not their control or they're just the normal variant. Depends on whether or not going first versus second. If they're a control variant with the Saha package, then us going first kinda sucks, but we have a lot of tools that'll allow us to kinda conserve. That kinda sucks. But that actually gives us an opportunity to use concentration. We don't need to cycle a card. So we'll keep Starseers for next turn. No, that is unfortunate. We'll go ahead and cycle one. That doesn't really change our plan. We're gonna have to use an illusionist for an evolve. That sucks. That really blows. But we can't use our petrification. This is definitely not a good use of illusionist. But we can't leave that up. We don't really have any option. It's really unfortunate that we had to do that. We have a 6-1 on board, but she's most likely getting cleared. Next turn they're going to fill their hand, and they're likely going to have a B&B. We have a response, but then we have to hope that either we draw into another petrification, or we don't have to deal with another B&B. Okay, that Dance of Death means that they're probably not Control variant. So, they left it off pretty open. So, we're probably just going to cycle. We're going to play Concentration. That'll fill our hand. It'll draw us 3 cards. Okay, so now we have our second. We play that. Bad idea. So we're just going to play Red Hot Ritual. We don't want our hand to be completely full. I don't want to burn any cards. Especially with the quality of cards that Stella gets you. It's not worth burning. A lot of the cards in the deck are just going to be better than what she gives you. Okay, I guess they didn't. Oh, we just Levi here. They're really conserving their evolves. Turn 7. Not a single evolve spent. I think they're saving it for the next game. Oh, here we go. Mr. B&B. Finally using evolve. That's okay. We got a nice surprise for them. That's very satisfying. Alright, we're just gonna play Stella. Oh! One of the best pulls. One of the few cards that's actually worth something. Nothing of value was lost. Second B&B. We are prepared. So petrification, illusionist, probably. Feels good, man. See? This is a battle of B&Bs versus petrifications. Now the question is, do they have another B&B? We might want a Prince next turn, though having a bunch of dirt cards in hand without any dirt to spend on them pretty feels bad, man. So I'm probably going to want to put that off. We have more control tools that can get us through this game. Okay, we can throw an illusionist into that. We get more dirt. Go ahead and throw an illusionist into that. The Star Phoenix doesn't really matter, so we'll toss him out. We have plenty of points, so we don't really need to pre-play our dirt. We can use that to reduce health of enemies so that Calamitous likely hits them.
手をぶち落とすぜ。万人に向けて撃たないで。
Oh, this is just asking for the clam. I think we're gonna give them the clam. A dirtless clam at that. Do we give them the dirtless clam? I think we do. Goodbye. Go ahead and display this. Top face. Dirtless clam, let's go. Oh. Interesting. Face. Face. Shit. Give him the clam again. They have another one, we just lose. That's interesting. I played someone yesterday that actually had a Jungle Warden. I don't know if it's a one-of or not. Here's hoping it's a one-of. Because, it's not good for us. Not good at all. We need to heal. Because this puts us in range of Jungle Warden, a second copy. Jungle Warden is a 10-drop though, I believe, so if we don't play it this turn, even if they draw into it, we have an opportunity to recover. Now if they play a nice full board, we can Levi. Face? Yeah, face. Okay, that's a big deal. Timeless Witch, in for the save. Do we want to Levi here? Definitely Timeless Witch. I think we want to set up for a Levi. Because this is a pretty bad board to Levi. Or Timeless Witch. Hold on to that. Okay, so they can't Jungle Warden face until they kill her. We have a Levi to clear Jungle Wardens. They have no evolve, so they can't pump their B&B, so we can Prince to kill B&B if they decide to throw him out. Okay, we're probably gonna Levi. Yeah, we're definitely Leviing here. This might win us the game. We might have just won the game off of this. Face. Play card and get a dirt on board for Halo Golem. We're in a very good spot here. Oh god. Damn it. Okay, this is really bad. Because if they have another Jungle Warden, then we're just dead. So I can't really take the chance of another Jungle Warden. Prince of Darkness wins this outright if they don't have another Jungle Warden. But if they have another Jungle Warden, which they most likely would have drawn into right now, then Halo Golem's better to clear out this Grimnir and give me the opportunity to play another Gingerbread House. But then you have to ask yourself, how are you going to deal with the Jungle Wardens? Likely, I'm not going to be able to deal with the Jungle Wardens. So regardless of what he plays, I'm probably going to lose here. So I think I'm just going to have to Prince here. We're going to Prince and Ball. can't hold this prince off any longer. We have to do this. Nah, the jungle warden, they win. That's what this one comes down to. They're thinking about it though, so they might not have jungle warden. Cassiopeia? What? What? Okay, so no jungle warden. Okay, well, we'll servant. Halo. They need 5 damage from hand. They didn't play jungle warden last time, so unless they draw into it right now. I mean, we're dead to jungle warden either way. Gingerbread house is a good heal. Servant was kind of unfortunate to draw. Servant's probably the worst card in the deck, though Astaroth would have been at that time the worst card. Aw, damn. They have an evolve. They can evolve face here, which might be a good idea. Or evolve control here. Well, it's likely I can kill everything, because Gingerbread House can even deal with that. Okay, they're clearing that. Hitting face. That's kind of ideal for them. I can kill both of these most likely. Whoa. Okay, well, Silent Rider. Kill. Kill. We win! I breathe a sigh of relief. And that, my friends, is Control Dirtrune. That, my friends, is my Control Dirtrune. Very fun deck. It's control, so it auto loses to every single D shift, though. So, you know, you can play it. Don't expect to be successful with this deck. This is a very good deck, though, in terms of how fun it is. I hope you enjoyed this, as I have enjoyed this. That last game was a great note to leave off on. And I hope you enjoy any future videos I have. Make sure to subscribe to me. In the future, I'll probably be doing Twitch streams. I need to look into that. But this is the deck. This is the deck that is very fun. This is the deck that I currently enjoy the most. Have a wonderful day.